All the information shared in this video is available on the public platform. Nothing is discussed here which may breach the confidentiality of our armed forces. Defense Detective respects our defense forces and works only on the information that is available for public use.
India's strategic investment in the Sittwe Port, situated on the Arakan coast of Myanmar's Rakhine state, has encountered setbacks due to clashes between the Myanmar Army and the Arakan Army rebels. Originally designed to bolster trade ties between India and Myanmar, the port, developed with a $120 million project funded by India, is now embroiled in conflict. Strategically positioned in Rakhine's capital, Sittwe Port was intended to link India's Kolkata port with Myanmar's maritime routes, promising to boost bilateral trade and regional economic growth. However, the Arakan Army, engaged in a revolutionary war against the junta, has gained ground in the region, including the capture of Paletwa and key cities, disrupting access to Sittwe. The Arakan Army's control over surrounding towns has severed crucial road and waterway access to Sittwe, with the recent capture of Paletwa being particularly significant for India's Act East policy and the ambitious $484 million Kaladan Road project. The project, initiated in 2008, aims to establish a transit route connecting Kolkata and Sittwe, with extensions into Myanmar's Chin state vital for India's regional connectivity plans. The project's expansion into Chin state is crucial for providing an alternative route to India's northeast, reducing reliance on the vulnerable Siliguri corridor. However, regional instability has cast uncertainty over the project's completion, impacting not only India but also broader regional connectivity. The ramifications extend to neighboring Bangladesh, with the operationalization of Sittwe Port offering significant opportunities for its Teknaf port, located just 60 nautical miles away. However, the ongoing instability has stalled progress, posing challenges for regional economic integration. Is China backing the Arakan Army? Operating under the banner of the Brotherhood Alliance, a coalition formed between the armed wing of the National Unity Government, the People's Defense Force and three significant ethnic armed organizations, the Arakan Army, the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army and the Tang National Liberation Army operations aimed at challenging the junta commenced in areas close to Myanmar's international borders. Since October 2023, alliance forces, as part of Operation 1027, have successfully gained control of several strategically important townships near Myanmar's borders with India, China, Bangladesh, and Thailand. While recent developments in Myanmar have indeed posed challenges for India's strategic interests, the withdrawal of Adani ports and Special Economic Zone from Myanmar represents a silver lining in mitigating potential losses. The initial investment by APSIS in a 50-year agreement valued at $150 million to construct and manage a container terminal at Yangon port was a significant move, marking the conglomerate's first venture beyond Indian borders in the port sector. However, the project faced adversity following political changes in Myanmar, particularly after General Min Aung Hlaing assumed power in February 2021. Sanctions imposed by the United States on Myanmar Economic Co-op Ltd., a military-controlled entity, added to the operational challenges and controversy surrounding the venture. In May 2023, the Adani Group decided to sell the Myanmar port project to a local firm, Solar Energy, for $30 million, significantly lower than the initial investment. This decision, albeit delayed from the initially planned timeline, reflects the complexities involved in disengaging from the Myanmar venture amidst political turmoil. China's expanding economic footprint in Myanmar, particularly through projects such as the Kyaukphyu Port and its accompanying Special Economic Zone, signifies significant growth in Beijing's influence along Myanmar's Bay of Bengal coast. The activation of oil and natural gas pipelines from the Shui gas fields to Yunnan province, along with recent agreements with the Myanmar military for the Kyaukphyu Port project, underscores China's deepening economic ties and strategic interests in the region. Situated in Rakhine province, Kyaukphyu holds strategic significance, especially amidst the ongoing conflict between the Myanmar military and the Arakan Army. The port project, with an estimated value of $7.3 billion and an additional $1.3 billion allocated for the CES, represents a substantial investment by China. Once completed, the port will serve as a vital component of China's regional connectivity plans, particularly as the southern terminus of the China-Myanmar Economic Corridor. The CMEC, spanning 1,700 kilometers and linking Kyaukphyu to Kunming in Yunnan province, is crucial for providing landlocked Yunnan province with direct access to the Indian Ocean, thus opening up new trade routes and economic opportunities for China. Additionally, the Kyaukphyu port project offers a strategic bypass for Chinese shipping, providing an alternative route to the congested Malacca Strait and facilitating smoother trade flows between China and key global markets in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. Despite challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and political upheaval in Myanmar, the Kyaukphyu port project remains integral to China's broader economic and geopolitical strategy in Southeast Asia, underscoring Beijing's commitment to expanding its influence and infrastructure development in the region.